First of all, a massive thank you to everyone who's taken time to attend this conference. We know that's a big commitment from yourselves and your organisations, and we really appreciate it. It is your conference. It is your opportunity to listen, so some bubble down from the various seminars and sessions that we've got today. But most importantly, it is also your opportunity to talk to us, to tell us the small, large, medium-sized things that we could do better or we could focus on. All of my colleagues have got the green lanyards on, and they are here during the breaks, and we've specifically extended the breaks so that every single client has an opportunity to talk to anybody. If for any reason you can't find the person you want to talk to, grab me and I'll sort it out. So it is your conference, and we want you to get everything out of it that you can. As you will see from our agenda today, predominantly we're thinking, talking, stimulating ideas about what does the future for payroll and HR and associated products look like. Of course, we have our thoughts about the future, but the one thing we can be certain is we're probably wrong. But there seems to be some themes coming out from various people that we talk to, professionals, software developers, competitors, market researchers, that we think's worth sharing with you. And they're in the sessions both in this room and upstairs. So what do we think about the future? Well, apart from being uncertain, we believe that payroll and HR is a sector which could be transformed by AI and robotic technology. Because at its heart, although the processing of payroll and HR is quite complex, payroll and HR is made up of pockets of data, large volumes of data, and therefore potentially could be very, very amenable to AI and robotics in assisting particularly how data goes into those systems and how data comes out. So input, reporting, dissemination of information. Because we weren't certain whether what we were thinking might be right, might be wrong, we've commissioned a very detailed survey of the market. And the consultancy firm we used came back, obviously not with answers about the future, but with some information that I thought worth sharing with all of you. Currently, the UK payroll and HR market is roughly 50% source, so outsourcing managed service, and 50% the sale of software to customers as end users. That's roughly it. In the last few years, and the expectation is that this might continue, there has been a steady increase in the number of people outsourcing as opposed to purely being software purchasers. And the growth of what we call the co-managed market, which is where a software provider provides some service support to those software customers, which might be final processing, it might be dealing with pension, it might be dealing with BACS, it might be dealing with HMRC returns, but providing some level of additional support to those software customers. The total annual market that we address, so we're not a business that deals with national government or the NHS or very, very large enterprise companies such as Tesco. So we're a business mainly focused in education, in private business, and in businesses up to 15,000 employees. The annual market for us as a business in the payroll and HR sector of new businesses looking to change is around about 60 million. And there are approximately 8 regular competitors that the research saw that compete with us in that sector. So there are about 9 businesses regularly competing for that business. And it was very interesting what they said about what are the buyers of those products, our products, what are their key purchasing criteria. And when we learned what these were, we asked them to carry out some further work, and some of you may have been contacted, and thank you very much for your responses. And that research on our existing customers reinforced these messages. And the 3 things that all of the existing and the market said were the most important things when looking at their payroll and HR provider, whether software or outsourcing, were security, accuracy, and ease of use. Security, accuracy, and ease of use. And we listened very carefully to what this research said and what our customers had said. And there were 2 things that came out of this report that we are actioning in the coming period of time. The first of which is that some of our existing customers don't fully see how they can use our systems easily. And therefore, we are building a team, which are going to be called the Cintra Solvers, to address those questions, to help you and your fellow clients learn how to best use our products to ease your daily workflows. Ease your daily workflows. The second thing, which Seb is going to talk to in more detail in a moment, is that our core software product, IQ, is absolutely fantastic in terms of its functionality. It was rated in this review towards the very top end of competitors' functionality abilities. And once people get to know and use it, its power is almost unrivaled. But it isn't a fully cloud-based product. And as we look forward the next 5-10 years, we will be needing to update that product and move it into the cloud to make it a fully cloud-based payroll product. I'm delighted that our investors are here today because they have approved us, which I'm enormously grateful for, as have all our colleagues. They have approved us carrying out a scoping exercise to confirm the validity of a £6 million investment program in our cloud software to turn it into a fully cloud product over the next 2 to 3 years. Now, approval's only been given at the scoping stage, but if that is successful, I'm very hopeful that we'll be able to continue investing in the business. And I think some of you who came to previous conferences will know our investors have already supported more than £10 million of investment into our products over the last 4.5 years. So we know that they're supportive, and we know that they're supportive of the plans that we have. The reason I mention this scoping study is it's very important that yourselves, our clients, participate in that program, and Seb will be talking about that as well. Lastly, I would ask anyone who is in the audience who's a client, please consider joining our user group as well as Seb's pilot group on our IQ to Cloud program. Our user group is for our larger software clients, and it's where we do a lot of conversation about the direction of travel for our products. And the user group was held yesterday, as it normally is, in the afternoon of the conference. And one of the requests from the user group was, please can we have some new members joining our community? So anyone who wants to do that, please contact Dan Brooker, who's our COO, or Jess McAvee, who is our head of product. So I'm now going to hand over to Seb, who's going to talk to us about our product development update, what's been happening, and where we're looking to take the product. And again, I'd like to thank you all very much indeed for coming and listening to us today.